Game number 4. TE really needs to bring it back. Right now it's 3-0 for Chronic Fracture. So this is Team Elite's last leg. They really need to win this game and then just start their massive comeback. And they're going to try and do it here with TE Havok spawning up here in the top right hand corner as the blue Protoss here on Star Station. This was his map choice, so should be pretty good at it. We'll have to see. Down here in the bottom left hand corner, spawning in for Team Chronic Facture, it's Infiniti with a I instead of a Y. So that's what's going down here. He likes cats. That's an important statement. Kind of a mind game. People can take that either way. Is he a loner type personality? Does he enjoy the lack of effort that you actually have to put in for cats compared to dogs? Maybe he's just lazy. All important things and part of the psyche that you'll have to think of while playing a series in StarCraft 2. So keep that in mind. Up here, nothing really going on weird in the top right. Of course, that entire thing was just ridiculous, but there's not really much to occupy between these games as they start up. Scouting is going down for Havok up there, though. He's going to scout to the top left-hand position, which is kind of weird because it's forced cross-spawn. So, not sure he got that memo. But he's going to scout to the next position, so he should be fine as far as scouting. But it has been forced cross-spawn, the latter version of the map, since, I don't know, like a month or so, I want to say. So, we'll have to see. Someone should probably remind him of that. Though I don't think it is in tournament play yet. I don't think they adjusted it. Though I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think so. Alright, so he gets in here. He's like, yo, what's up, SCV? Let's fight to the death. And he's like, wait a minute, I have less HP than an SCV, so I should probably just run away. Good to see chat rooting on their teams. Havok supply block there for a little bit. Still supply blocked. There's the pylon coming down. It's the cat. He's thinking about him. He just doesn't understand. Why would someone just announce that they love cats? I don't know. Alright, so he's getting scouting on. He sees that 100 gas was actually mined from this refinery, but then it stopped. The Reaper taking out that probe, so he's going to know that a Reaper should be coming across the field here. Let's poke at his base here in a second. The probe didn't see that a reactor was going down or that the expansion was starting up, so it actually didn't really get great information as far as what was coming up next. And we have the Twilight Council here started here out of Havok, which is pretty common on this map. Blink Stalker all-ins are very powerful on Star Station, just because there's way too many ways to blink into a base if you're a Terran. Playing from a Terran perspective sometimes, it definitely feels like there's way too many ways to blink into a base. And I say that I'm a random player, so I'm not going to lie and say that I don't use Blink Stalkers versus Terrans on this map sometimes, because it's awesome. But the issue there is it's really hard to hold your third base versus a Terran on this map, just because there's just so much space to drop over here and stuff like that, so they'll kind of poke at you at the third and then drop you in your main and your natural at the same time, and you're like, oh my goodness. And he sees the chrono boost on this Twilight Council, so what is he going to start doing to prepare for it? He's putting a bunker up at the top of the ramp. Generally, you'll see Terrans go into like a factory here, and they'll start building siege tanks and kind of put them like right here, and then just kind of back everything, all their production, put it behind the mineral line and stuff like that if they need to. So I'll have to see. And there isn't a stim starting up yet, and this barracks being this far forward, actually next to the ramp, is really a dangerous situation, to be honest. More gateways going down. It's now 3 gates. Mothership core moving across the map. Reaper isn't going to see it leaving, but it might notice its absence in the main. It's also going to see that no expansion started, so there's going to be lots and lots of bunkers thrown up over here for Infiniti. There's still a space to blink in here, though. Gateways are finishing up right now. It is only 3-gate, though, so it's not really an all-in, per se, because 3-gate Blink Stalker, not... You can go 4-gate Blink Stalker. So, we'll have to see. There is quite a bit of surface area to sneak in here, though. Marauders are being produced 2 at a time, so he should probably be able to hold this pretty well. Scan going down, scans the main base, sees that it's not fully saturated. He doesn't know if an expansion is down quite yet because the Reaper hasn't been over there in about, I don't know, 25-30 seconds. It just went back over here, so yeah, he's probably going to be... Whew. And I feel like Infiniti is going to be able to hold this off pretty easily. He's dropping a lot of bunkers. He read exactly what was coming with that one Reaper. So now it's just kind of... we'll see. Stalkers are going to work on trying to supply block Infiniti. And, you know, that's always a pretty good way to do something. But there's just so many bunkers up here in the main from Infiniti. There's 4 bunkers up right now. This one has 2 Marauders. That's pretty silly. He is going to supply block it, so he's getting some damage done out of this. So Facture is going up in the background. Alright, looks like he's just going to expand behind it. But see, the thing about this is, even when you do this, you're not really dealing that much damage to the Terran, because they're just going to, you know, salvage all these bunkers. And he's been on 2 orbitals for a really, really long time. There's a lot of energy saved on those, though. I wonder if he's worried about a Dark Templar follow-up. Reaper moving in. He's going to see that Expand is back up here, so he's going to know it's not an all-in right now. That's a Forge starting up here for the Protoss player, and that... Oh my gosh, he jumps up into the main. Oh, Blink being revealed, though. Well, I mean, it was pretty obvious that Blink was going to be there. But Blink going out, and Havok's going to have to be really careful with this army, actually, because if he stems down, he can pick all this off in like 2 seconds. And yeah, this army is all going to die. Time Warp going down, Recall going out, manages to save one of the Stalkers? 2 of the Stalkers. So there's just 2 Stalkers for that. Dark Templar is moving up, but he has been saving up scans like we talked about, so he should be perfectly fine here. Splitting them up, that's what you want to do. Some mules going down, but there's still enough for 1 scan, so very smartly played there. Scan's going to go down and take out this Dark Templar right now, but that's going to leave the 2 up here in the main to just wreak havoc on that mineral line. Lots of kills going down for these 2 Dark Templar. Another scan is almost ready, but not quite. Now it's ready. They should be able to take it out. Pylon in the expansion does get taken out. Right now 2 scans are available, so he's going to want to keep those split up. 1 scan goes down. Dark Templar dies there. These Dark Templars actually doing a lot more damage than I thought they'd be able to do with all that energy saved up. Oof. Not a good life for that Marine. Pops out, gets splattered. Gotta love the physics on this, though. Probably we're going to want to back those up. Oh, the other Dark Templars are going to get away. He's not going to make it to the edge of that scan range. But another Dark Templar coming in here. But Missile Turret has been completed here in the natural expansion. He's only going to get 1 little SCV for all his efforts. And Missile Turret finished up here in the main as well. But how much actually got picked off there? Let's see. Wow, 23 workers killed. So as far behind as he was, he's now up dramatically in his probe count. It is 46 to 12. So that like faked Blink Stalker all in into Dark Templars, which he saved up energy to defend it, actually dealt a lot more damage than you would expect. And right now the income is just so dramatically in the Protoss player's favor. It's just ridiculous. Mules starting out though. They'll help equalize the mineral income, but the gas income is non-existent right now for our Protoss player. So that's never good. We have an Archon out in the field, some Stalkers, some Zealots. Big drop going down right now though. And they're getting some key buildings over here. They didn't get the Dark Shrine though, which means that's still going to be able to pump out units. Plus 1 ground armor. I was going to say, it's not really... It's going to delay his upgrades a little bit. But, you know, still pretty good. No Dark Templar sneaking in there while that attack was going on. So this drop play is definitely what Infiniti wants to do to try and get back into this game. But Havok is looking like he's in a really strong position right now. These two Archons, there's no answer for them. There's no Ghost Academy. It's not even going to be started. His gas income is just so low right now. He's at 300. He's barely going to have enough to start producing medvacs out of this starport and keep him going. Drop play continues to go down here. Stalker's being warped in, and these Stalkers do have blink. They're going to focus down that medvac. Does manage to unload stuff. So it's 2 medvacs for 3 Stalkers, essentially. All the units for 3 Stalkers. Pretty good exchange when you're this far ahead out of the Protoss player. These Zealots have charged. These Stalkers have blink. The Archons are out. +1, I believe, is done. Yeah, +1/+1 is done. Now his research is delayed, and that's the Twilight Council going down right there. A second Forge going up. He's just going to start shields, though. And he's going to want to move out and try and take advantage of his position before the Terran player can start to make any type of a comeback. And right now, the army supply, the active forces, it's almost it's about 3 times with all of the gas units in there. So we have 3 Dark Templar, 2 Archons, 9 Zealots, 5 Stalkers, versus 11 Marines, 2 Medvacs, and some Marauders. So they're going to try and go for a base race. Now, this is, I mean, if you're going to go, I guess, if you want a chance, base race is pretty much the only situation that a Terran could feasibly ever win this from. And feasibly is used loosely here. But, cannons up, really overstimmed units right now. And they're going to have to use a scan to actually take out this Dark Templar. They're just going to start slicing through them. And the Protoss should be able to crush into these just now finishing bunkers. Units sprinting into them. Force fields trying to prevent everything going in. Drops going down. GG called. And Havok manages to finally take a game for Team Elite.